Right, so it's like currently 7 something in the morning. It's very early, and we are going to PAX. So I thought I'd do something a little different for once, and kind of like a vlog-esque video, photos. We'll see what happens as, because I've been to PAX before, so this is gonna be pretty exciting. I'll let you guys know how it goes. We have this really cool Jynx. Oh wow, okay. I didn't prepare for this at all. It's early. Jynx, but also has Vi on the other side too, like lanyard. I got this pretty cool ggGetJinxed shirt, and the camera's over here, so my eyes should be over there. And anyways, yeah, it'll be cool. So let's see how it goes. For the clarity of how early it is, so I'm gonna zoom in. Might not be easy to see, because I'm bad at zooming in. No, come on. But that's the moon. Still out. So it's pretty massive in here, and this is just one room. There's a whole. We're not even. There's another other side of that wall. There's even another whole half. Holy mo- we're also very high up. This is like the 5th floor. That's not the 1st floor down there. This floor is well below there. It's a very far fall, and not that I'm looking to fall, but I'm just saying. Like, I knew it was gonna be big. I underestimated how big it was going to be.
You know, there's something about Mike Tyson, just in terms of like when he was in his prime. I don't know how much you guys know about boxing, but I know a little bit. Just like when Mike Tyson was absolutely in his prime, when he was 20 years old, he was just this ball of destruction. Like, say what you want about him as a person, not saying anything like that, but just like getting hit by him was the scariest thing on the face of the planet when he was in his heyday. Muhammad Ali, an extremely skilled, I don't think no one cares about this, but I care about this very much. Muhammad Ali, an incredibly skilled boxer in an age when that kind of style, like the showmanship of it, was nothing about it. I don't know how powerful his punch was, but you're getting knocked out either way. So I guess I'd be more honored to be knocked out by Muhammad Ali. Either way, it's not going well. Yeah, after you get knocked out by Mike Tyson, he fights softball for years.
That was PAX. The first time going to PAX. First time going to a convention of any kind whatsoever, for that matter. So that was a pretty fun thing to be able to experience and do. We got to meet Scarizard. We got to see Markiplier live, actually, in person, which was kind of an experience because I've never seen anybody in person before, so we're just hitting everything on the list. We got to meet quite a bit of people. Got to meet Riot Swimbananas, if you maybe recognize that name, for like the Summer Showcase and stuff. A couple of other writers too, it was great. But that being said, I guess if I wanted to try and make this video have any kind of a depth, what I want to do is kind of talk about the word impact. Because for us, or just for the YouTube community as a whole, if you think about YouTube, you think about big YouTubers and stuff, you know, saying you saw Markiplier would be something that a lot of people will at least know. They know his name, they know who he is. You're going to have him on a certain level when you say that. But like for us, and for me and the people that went, we were just as excited to see like Scarizard in person. Like I've known him and talked to him now for quite a while actually, but to actually meet him in person was just as high for me as, you know, some people would have Markiplier up there. That's not necessarily to bash, say, Mark or anything like that. It's just to say that it can be surprising sometimes the impact people can have on other people despite where they are in their lives, and if they aren't exactly where they want to be in their life either. Like, we all have goals and stuff, and maybe that, you know, for better or for probably worse, we evaluate ourselves and our worth based off of if we've hit that goal or not. But sometimes you can just be just as impactful from just having been a decent, good person in somebody's life as somebody who, you know, maybe has all that, you know, potential like fame or whatever you want to call it, because it's YouTube and all that stuff. But I just want to take a second to say that, because I do feel like there's some of us that, you know, we've gone to PAX and now we're going to be leaving PAX and we're going to be kind of like refilled with some new energy and some new kind of, you know, I guess goals, for just a lack of a better I'm tired, it's late now that I'm doing this, right? It's the end of the 4th day, and it was a fun event, but I'm just saying, you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit on this. So probably gonna have to do like jump cuts and edits and such. But the point I'm trying to get towards is, even with that renewed vigor, the maybe possible refreshed feeling, the idea of what goals are being strived for and stuff, I guess one of the things always to take notice of wherever you are in your life is the impact, right? As a YouTuber, and I know from some of my streamer friends, if we miss a day, that can feel very, very bad. Like, okay, if this is what we do with our lives and then we don't do it, what are we doing with our lives? And funny enough, speaking of said Scarizard, it was him that made a tweet once, because there was a day I had that I kind of felt like that. I didn't get a video done, there was a lot of things that just went bad. Technical difficulties that then when I finally thought I had something going, it just wouldn't work, and I was like, I got nothing done today. What's like, what? And the tweet was basically not verbatim, but it was kind of, you know, that, you know, you're still somebody, right? Like, you still exist, you've done stuff. And I thought about that fact, and that's true for kind of anybody, right? Whatever your goal is, maybe you didn't complete it that day because you do daily stuff or whatever, but maybe in, you know, comparison, you caught up with a friend or something that you haven't talked to in quite some time. And even though you didn't get what you wanted to do, that stream or that video uploaded, what you did do instead was, you know, make their day, catching up with them with some memories and some laughs. So in short, even though that day on the creator side, you maybe didn't do exactly what you wanted, you still did something great. You had impact. On top of that, of course, just wording and stuff. So story time. We went to the Markiplier Show, and it's funny enough, the whole thing, which it was streamed too, was Would You Rather. If you don't know how that game works, you get a certain prompt, and then you get it's like Would You Rather, and then you get 2 answers, this or that. And they're usually both pretty terrible, to put it short. He's done videos about that several times on his channel itself, but we've done videos about that. We've made League of Legends specific versions, and then we've also just played the regular version. And something had to happen at the very beginning, in which case he was trying to figure out some sort of a system for the audience to participate in if they wanted to choose the blue side or they wanted to choose the red side. Now, I went through a lot of different iterations. He kind of didn't like most of them until the very last one, but one of the ones that came up is for the blue side. If you want to choose the blue option, you make like a ooh noise, which was, you know, in blue, like blue without a blah. And if you wanted to say for the red option, there's a certain word that was brought up that, funny enough, a lot of people that I know that are actually rather respectable and stuff use too, but don't know that it's kind of a word that's kind of used to make fun of autistic people. And there's only one word you can think of if you're thinking of the word red. If we're saying ooh for blue, just you put 2 and 2 together. And I bring this up not to bash him, to bash like, oh, you know, he's terrible for saying it. It was immediately dismissed. He didn't like that one either. Several of the other ones not liked. But I looked at the fact of how much people actually use that term, and I'm bringing that up because going back to Scarizard, it was because of him I'm even aware that the word can be used to like make fun of autistic people and kind of be ableist, I believe the term is. Because for me, I thought the word was like a shortened version of the word screech, and it's not. Or I'll put it this way, it's not, but a lot of people that I know that are basically respectable people even, that don't condone a lot of stuff, have used the term thinking the same thing. So it's funny how much certain things might just kind of be normal, and you don't even know maybe they're a problem to a certain group or certain people that you might even interact with, or even if you don't interact with, the fact that it can be used in such ways that can be used to make other people feel very bad. And so I'm bringing it up not like I said, not to bash him or the show. Like I said, the eventual system that he decided to settle on was, I believe, jazz hands if you wanted to choose red, and then thumbs up if you wanted to choose blue. So there's that if you want to go there. But I'm not trying to make this a, oh, you know, terrible person alert kind of a thing. It's more so when I'm talking about impact, right? And I bring it back to Scarizard, bringing, you know, me aware to that, for example, right? Now I can be a better person because I'm aware of that. I'm aware that if I ever have like a large amount of fans, some of them are autistic. That's a word used to discriminate against them, and I'm not for that. I'm not for any of that. I'm not for, you know, racism, sexism, any of that. And it's just, I just found it kind of interesting because there's a lot of people, like I said, I know, streamers even, that possibly, you know, still think it's for screech or something like that, and it's just, it's kind of a wake-up call, I guess, but that's my point of what I'm trying to say is impact, right? So suddenly, their impact in my life is helping me be a better person to the masses that I'm trying to entertain and stuff, and so I find value in that. And I guess that's the short story of why I'm trying to bring all this up. So hopefully the takeaway from this isn't, what is it? What are the people, the cool kids like to say nowadays? Markiplier is canceled or something like that. I'm not trying to say any of that. That was just one part at the beginning of the show for that matter. The rest of the show was a thing, of course, of Would You Rather. So if that's the takeaway from this, I guess what I'm trying to say is I apologize, because that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, despite the status or where you think you are in your life, you could possibly have more impact than you think, despite not maybe being all the way down the path that you've chosen for yourself to take. So don't beat yourself up too much over that, because in exchange for maybe not being there yet, you might still be super well impactful in other ways that are just good and important and great. So I'm saying that to really kind of say, you know, as far as I'm concerned, all the people that I got to meet and stuff were like just as high on the list as any famous person could have ever been that could have showed up to PAX. So I kind of want to say that. I want to say thank you for the people that took the time to meet me, because that was very fun for me. I was there for that, so then, you know, doing that was great too. But it was good. It was a good experience, considering I'd never done this before. I will know in the future that apparently internet's very bad. Internet and trying to meet up with people like at the event was probably one of the hardest things to do. I had to go up to the 6th floor to like the Riot room to get any reception whatsoever. And even that, right? I'm not going to get too much into that whole topic, but I will say I had some questions that I got to get answered at that room, as a matter of fact, on Friday. And it was actually great, because I think because of the questions that I got answered, I'm going to be able to make you guys better videos. So I'm very happy about that, and we'll see how that definitely goes going forward. So with all that being said, I know this video probably won't be the best quality. This was mainly shot on my phone. And one of the things I've noticed is that, especially if it was video and I zoom in, the quality gets very bad very fast. It's pretty good right now-ish for whatever, it's full screen at least, but you know, there's that. But my takeaways was it was a great time. I got to meet a bunch of people, see a lot of things, experience something I'd never experienced before, and hopefully afterwards to make you guys better videos and leave you guys with the word impact. And just remembering that even if you aren't where you want to be, that doesn't mean your impact's been nothing. That doesn't mean you're nothing. That doesn't mean you're not going to reach your goals eventually. That means you just have a ways to go. It is a road after all. It's a road trip. So whether you're at the beginning of that road, whether you're near the end but you're struggling, whatever the case is, it's still fine. It's still fine. You're still fine. We'll all make it. We'll all make it together. And then when I make it, I'm pulling everybody else up with me. That's my goal. Speaking of Reddit, that's a long-term goal, which I will leave on this video so you can hold me to it if that happens soon. If I blow up, I do want to kind of, I don't want to really use Reddit as much as possible, but I kind of been thinking about this idea about, and I'll kind of bring it up so that you guys can comment on it too. If I ever got big enough to warrant the creation of a subreddit, like a me subreddit, like some creators have, I kind of want to make it like a hub where other creators can like be able to get feedback from each other and an audience and be able to help each other grow, and kind of like a giant mastermind, which a mastermind, it's not sub for sub. Mastermind is kind of like if 5 people got together and they all agreed to like watch each other's videos, specifically to give each other feedback and grow and stuff. So that's kind of what the goal that I want. I want to be able to do something like that if I ever was going to make a Reddit or something one day. Maybe not, I don't really want to touch Reddit with a 7-foot pole right now, but that's something for another time. So, if any of those people watch this video, I believe, you know, Riot Swimbananas, Riot Games, ScarizardPlays, also known as Patrick, but for the brand's sake, ScarizardPlays, you can see him at twitch.tv/ScarizardPlays, and everybody that I came across. It was great meeting you all, and it was definitely a good time and a great thing, and it was very good. So, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Most of it being this blog, and just to remember that you are more than the sum of your mistakes, okay? You're valid. So, with that being said, I don't want you to be next, because life can have a lot of kinks. So until next time, take care. ggGetJinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly. One thing I also forgot real quick, that I thought was pretty cool. Got Pulsefire Ribbon as an actual skin code. There's a bunch of rioters there on the first day, for example, Friday, and there was like actually a lot of people there. Like there was one room, but there was like at least half a dozen to a dozen rioters. It wasn't like a panel per se where like one was answering a bunch of questions. It was more like several like circles of seatings and stuff where you could ask multiple people. Like it was great. But on top of that, I got a Ribbon skin. Now I guess I'm gonna be playing Ribbon more. Jynx will still be who's been played the most, but maybe there'll be a Ribbon video or two specifically because I want to try out the skin. They're handing out skins and skin codes. It was kind of like Pack Silver all over again. It was great, except I don't play Ribbon, but I'm gonna play Ribbon now. You gave me a skin. That's how it works. Anyways, that's all for this video. Until next time. My goodness, I'm tired.